Hello everyone and welcome to European Piano Tutorials for Beginners. In this video we will be learning our Canon in C, or Canon in D, which is in C. But we are learning today the line number 3 with separate hands. Okay, so we are starting with our right hand. So we are going just above the middle C, finger 1 on E above middle C and finger 5 on C above that E. So you see like that, it's a 6 there. So we go 1, 5 together on E and C. So then 4 on B, when we still hold that E, and then back to C on 5 there, see? And then when we play B, we lift that lower E. Okay, so this is the first bar, and then next bar starts with 1 on C above, like that. Okay, so we go again 1, 5 on E, C, then 4 and 5, again holding that lower E, and then we play 4 on B, lifting that E when you hold B, and then we go 1 on next bar on that higher C, and then counting wise it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then 1. That's the second bar. So you want to get this right. Okay, so hold that lower E for the first 2 crotchets and then lift it on the third, like that. So 1 and 2 and still hold there, still on E, and then on count 3 you go right hand finger 4 on B and lift everything together there, and then 4 and then next bar starts with 1 on C. Okay, so that was first bar, so you want to get it like this, and then 3 and 4 and then 1 on the second bar. Okay, so that was the first bar. So do it a few times. It's a little bit tricky, you know, for some people at first when they're starting, so you can move those 5 and 4s. So make sure you lift the previous finger. Sometimes people will hold the 5, so you make sure you lift. See, when you play 4 you lift 5, then when you play 5 you lift 4, and then keep holding, and then when you play B lift both notes E and C. So then next bar goes 1 on C above, then 2 on E, 4 on G, then that's a dotted crochet, then 5 on A, and then 3 on F. There, like that. See, and it's a little bit trickier rhythm, so I will just stop on every bar. See, sometimes when the sections are more difficult, we'll stop on every bar and learn the rhythm straight away on every bar. So we go again, second bar, 1 on high C, 2 on E, 4 on G, bit wait longer for now, then we'll count it exactly, then 5 on higher A, then 3 coming down to that F. Okay, so then with counting we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, like that. So, and then without counting, but counting in your mind, like that. That way. And always remember, you touching the fingers with the soft parts under the nails, so you always have that clingy touch, you know, like you feel the fingers are on the keys, having good contacts with the keys. So now we've done the second bar. Now we're going to do first 2 bars. So we go with counting, so you get the rhythm. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 there. Okay, so that's your first 2 bars. Do them a few times until you're really confident with that. Now we're doing bar number 3, so that's from F. So we go F with finger 3, then 2 on E, 1 on D, 3 on F, then 2 on E, 1 on D, then 4 on C, then 3 on B, then 2 on A, then 1 on G, then 3 on F, 2 on E, 1 on D, a little bit longer because it's a crochet, then back to 2 on E, 3 on F, and then 4 and 2 on beginning of the line number 4. We're going together 4, 2 as a minor third interval there. So we go 4, 2 like that. So you see, and I've done last 2 bars together. See, I didn't stop on the last bar because they're pretty easy there. So we just go last 2 bars again. So 3 on F, 2 on E, 1 on D, 3 on F, then 2 on E, 1 on D, 4 on C, 3 on B, 2 on A, 1 on G, then 3 on F, 2 on E, 1 on D there, then 2 on E, 3 on F, and then 4, 2 or 2-4 on E and G together, and that's the beginning of line number 4. That's where we're going up to today only. Okay, so then you stop there and notice that you always have to be prepared above the next keys in advance, and always immediately relaxing after touching the keys. I keep on repeating it all the time, but just you will always have the benefits and better technique and better touch and better just feeling in your hands if you follow those things, and better consistency, confidence and accuracy, whatever you like to say about it. It's just a better overall performance. You know, if you always think about next keys, prepare them in advance. See, not like here you go for the fourth and not jump in the last moment, but see, like you go prepare, see, then prepare F, and see here it's like effortless. I went a bit faster, but then you can see how it's all going like forward, forward, forward. Like your mind thinks forward, prepares everything, when fingers prepare, then your mind checks it's there, then it plays. It's like very engaged, involved, focused process. You have to always follow it when you play. Okay, so now we've done last 2 bars. Now we do them with counting. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then 1 there, and always feel like the music flows forward, like you do legato. See, don't knock it off like that, but you feel like your fingers are so close to the keys, and you slightly, to get the perfect legato, you slightly overhold the previous key, like you lift it slightly after you press the next key, and then you get that connection. Not see like that, and make sure you connect them like that, so you overlap a bit, you overhold the previous key when you play next, and also make sure that the notes are all of the same volume, not like suddenly one note, softer, then louder, and then softer. It's like you uneven, so you have to make it even. That's why you have to be close to the keys and pre-cover them, prepare with the fingers on the tops of the keys. Okay, so now I will do the whole line now with counting, so you learn what we did on the first bar, second bar. You can go back in the video, just stop by on a little section and repeat it many times until you're good with the bar, then go to the next and do last 2 bars together until you're good with that section, then you join the whole line. So now it's the time to join the whole line, so we're going to do all 4 bars together of line number 3, and I will count first for you, but notice how I do legato, how I prepare, so notice those things. So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 there, see? And I went a little bit faster. You can go a bit slower at first as well, like you can go really, now I'll go a bit slower. But other thing I want to say, like, I love this piece so much, and probably you do as well when you want to learn it. Like, if you want to watch this video and learn it, already it tells me that you like this piece. So what I'm getting at is that when you play, you have to feel like you like it, like you enjoy it, and you have some feeling in the notes, like in the music, and you feel like there is this flow of feelings and energy. Like when you play, you just feel like you really like it, and you feel how it goes forward, and then you wait for it. It's like a magic happening, and you like sing with your fingertips, and give them character and give them the feeling to, every single note. Like feel how they go towards each other, like next, next, next. Always energy flows forward. See there, and then you go there. Understand? So it's like create your magic moment. Don't just play notes, and just be like flat empty, It's not that fun. Okay, so you have to be really alive, really into music, because all those things, like all those rhythms and all the fingering and techniques and everything, is just nonsense if you don't have heart, and if you don't have feelings, and if you don't put your soul into it, and if you don't enjoy it. It all comes down to the really selfish thing of just enjoying it. And if you enjoy it, and if you love your things, and you like into music, and you love in the process, other people will love it as well when they listen to you. But if you're like cold-hearted, cold-blooded when you play, don't have feelings, don't have emotions, you're gonna be having very hard time touching other people's hearts as well. It's like, when you're around some people that are having fun, you're gonna have fun as well, most likely. And if the people are just crying and some really bad stuff is happening to them, and you're around them and they have really like heavy, like negative moods, it's gonna affect you as well. That's the same when you play. So that you have to be this, like I always tell people, you have to be like this projector of emotions, and you have to feel it, and in your heart, even if you just play that, you feel, wow, it's like amazing, unbelievable beauty in every note, you know, and then open it up, go deeper in it, and every time, you know, just search for new meanings, new emotions, new feelings, okay, all the time in your practice. Okay, so then you just repeat what we did, go back again. I will not repeat many times, I just give you like every bar and then I combine it all, but do it all without mistakes until you can play every section that we went through with counting, also learn the counting so you make sure it's right. And then you do the whole line until you know how to play the whole line complete, okay? And now we will also do our first two lines as well. Now I will go without counting, just first two lines again, and feel like first line we do a bit less, then bit more in the second line, and then third line also like in the middle, and then we go a little bit up to the middle, and then towards the end a bit less. So whole three lines right hand. So I assume you do the whole third line perfect, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 3 lines together, all connected, and hopefully perfect as well. Okay, so if you're not perfect on some previous lines, learn the first two videos where we did first line and second line. Now we're doing third line, but after we've done third line, we need to go back and join these first two lines, because lots of people don't do it. They will learn like every line separately, and by the time they go to the fifth line, they will realize they already forgotten the first line, you know, and then they have to relearn the first. But if you always come back and after each line you join with first two lines, like we do first line and second line and 2 lines, then third line and 3 lines, fourth line and 4 lines, fifth line and 5 lines, then you're not gonna forget. Okay, that's how you always, like, you doing those beats and you're coming back to it, looping it up, and this is like beginning to the end strategy. And later, to polish it off, we will talk about other strategy going from end to the beginning, where you're gonna go last line and, you know, last 2 lines, then last line and one before last line, then last 2 lines, and one before last 2 lines, then last 3 lines, and then second line, then last 4 lines, and first line, then last 5 lines. That way you will repeat last line a lot, if it makes sense. Okay, so this is like end to the beginning reverse strategy. Okay, that way it balances out the endings, because sometimes people will learn from beginning to the end, and then they wonder why don't they play end as well as the beginning, because by that time they will have repeated like the beginning, I don't know how many hundreds of times, maybe, I don't know, dozens of times at least, but much more times than the last lines. And that's why if you want to make the last beats as well, as good as the beginning lines, so you have to make sure you repeat them as many times as the beginning lines, and if they're more difficult, even more times. Okay, so anyway, so now I will do all 3 first lines with right hand. I will not count, so I assume you already watched the first and second videos where you know how to play those lines with counting, and just now I'm gonna play and show you a little bit more like emotion. See, you start like you're coming from far away, and feel how it goes forward. See, like it's always going forward. Imagine like you play violin, and then you go forward, and then a bit more to this, and then even brighter. See here, open up. There, then see a little bit more energy here. Feel how it goes forward, and you feel how it goes, and then you go. See, that's our new line, like a violin again, singing. And just be always like in elevated mood, like you're touching like real amazing beauty. Everything you do on the piano, you have to feel that like it's sacred moment for you, okay, like you love every bit of it. Okay, so yeah, then just you play those 3 lines until you can go without mistakes through all of them. But now I just wanted to show you a little bit of more dynamical playing, and then yeah, just do it until you know without any mistakes. First 3 lines with your right hand, don't do both hands yet. And then we are having an easy time here with the left hand, because the left hand, look, it's again the same, exactly the same as first 2 lines. I'll just do it one time for the line number 3. Same, see, it's like that cello, you play it through, see there, and then you go prepare the fingers, there, and then back to 1 again, see there. So that was 1 on C, 3 on G, 1 on A, 3 on E, in case you forgot, 2 on F, 5 on C, then 3 on F, 2 on G, and then 1 on C. Okay, and then you just repeat it 3 times again from beginning. I won't even repeat it for you here because it will take maybe too long, but it's just the same thing. You repeat it and repeat it 3 times. Okay, this piece has same left hand, which is good for us. See, this is like a simple version of Pachelbel, which is not even in D in our case. So I found like really easy version. So you can just get you know, like first introduction to this beautiful Canon. Later we can maybe do more advanced longer versions which are actually in D, but they're more difficult. So that's why my goal was to find some beautiful version, but which is very short and very graspable, if you can say it in that way, but very easy to, you know, learn for very beginners. So you can just follow this line by line tutorial, and it's like we're focusing on a small thing, you grasp it in one video, just do one line, then you join the previous lines. But if you forget some bits, you can always go to first, second or third video. And then yeah, our goal now is achieved by this video. So we've done our right hand third line, we joined first 3 lines with right hand, and then we've done left hand. Then you do at home also, play just left hand that 3 times, the same thing. Okay, so then after that you'll be ready for the fourth line, which we'll do in the next video. So this will be all today. Please make sure you learn previous 2 videos before doing this video, and make sure you do every single line until there are no mistakes. If there are still mistakes, keep repeating more. They say repetition is mother of skill, so you always have to repeat as many times as necessary until you get it. This is the formula, okay? If you just repeat it enough times, you'll get whatever you want to get in life, and because that will make you adjust your strategies and learn from your mistakes on the go, on the fly, so to speak. So just yes, repeat it until you get it. So then you'll be ready for our next video where we'll be learning our fourth line. So this will be all for this one. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye for now.